Going out to eat is supposed to be fun, right? But when you're learning English, sometimes it can feel a little bit like a test. You got to talk to the host, order your food, pay the bill. There are so many little conversations. So in this explainer, we're going to walk through every single step. I'll give you the exact phrases you need so you can feel totally confident and just enjoy your meal.
So, have you ever felt that little bit of panic, like you're lost for words at a restaurant, not sure what to say or how to understand the server? Believe me, you are not alone. But don't you worry. We're about to arm you with some really simple, really powerful phrases that'll help you handle any dining situation with total ease.
All right, let's do this. We'll start right at the beginning. So, picture this. You've just walked into the restaurant. That very first thing you do, asking for a table, it kind of sets the tone for the whole meal. And the good news is, it's so much simpler than you think.
Seriously, look how simple this is. Getting your table is just 3 quick steps. First, you greet the host. Second, you say how many people are in your group. And third, you just mention if you have a reservation. That is literally all there is to it.
Okay, this right here, this is your golden phrase, your magic phrase. If you only remember one thing from this part, make it this. A table for 2, please. You just swap out the number for your group size. A table for 1, please. A table for 4, please. It's simple, it's polite, and it works every single time.
So, what exactly is a reservation, anyway? It's really simple. It just means you called the restaurant ahead of time to save a table. So if the host asks if you have one, your answer is super easy. You can say, yes, it's under the name, or just a simple, no, we don't.
Okay, success. You're seated at your table and you've got the menu in your hands. Now the fun part really begins. It's time to order. This is your chance to try some new food and, put those awesome communication skills to use.
Listen, never ever be afraid to ask questions if the menu is confusing. That's what the server is there for, to help you. And here's a pro tip. Asking, what do you recommend, is one of the best ways to discover the most amazing food the restaurant has to offer. You might find a new favorite.
Here's a really great way to sound more natural when you're talking about your preferences. Instead of just saying I want or I don't like, which can be a bit blunt, try these phrases. You could say, I'm in the mood for something light. Or maybe, I'm not all that crazy about seafood. It just sounds so much more polite and conversational.
Okay, this next one is extremely important. We're talking about your health and safety here. If a certain food, like nuts or maybe shellfish, makes you sick, you have to tell your server. You can say something really clear like, I am allergic to peanuts. Does this dish contain any? Don't ever be shy about this.
Want a great tip to sound more like a native speaker? Here it is. The word delicious is perfectly fine. It's a great word. But you're going to hear people say tasty a lot more in just everyday casual conversation. So if you say, wow, this soup is really tasty, it's just a perfect, natural-sounding compliment. And here we go, the moment of truth. When you're ready to order, this is the classic, simple, and polite way to do it. Just say your choice nice and clear, and of course, always remember to add that magic word, please, at the end. All right, the food is here. You're digging in and enjoying your meal. But your conversation with the server isn't totally over yet. There are a couple of key things that might happen while you're eating, so let's talk about those.
You will almost definitely hear this question during your meal. How is everything? The server is just checking in, making sure you're happy with everything. Don't overthink it. All you need is a really simple response.
Think of these phrases as your little mid-meal toolkit. They've got you covered. Whether you want to give a compliment, ask for something, or even, and this happens, politely point out a little mistake with your order, one of these will absolutely do the trick. So, you finished a fantastic meal. It was great. Now it's time for that final step, paying the bill. I know this part can feel a little intimidating sometimes, but just like before, a few key phrases will make it super simple and smooth.
When you're all finished and ready to go, just catch your server's eye and use this exact phrase. Could we have the bill, please? It's the universal signal that you're done and ready to pay up.
Here's a classic one that trips up a lot of learners. Bill versus check. What's the difference? Well, the good news is, there's no difference. They mean the exact same thing. So whether you ask for the bill or the check, don't worry, everyone will know exactly what you mean. Now this is a very smart question to ask before you pay. Is service included? And why is it so smart? Because the answer to this one question tells you whether or not you need to leave a tip. So a tip
sometimes you'll see it called a gratuity, is just extra money you give to the server to say thank you for their great service. If service isn't already included on the bill, a tip of around 10 to 20% is pretty standard in a lot of places, especially in the US.
And just like that, you've done it. You've successfully navigated the entire restaurant experience, from start to finish. And remember, every time you go out to eat, you're not just having a meal. You're actually building your real-world language skills, which is awesome.
If you take away just one thing from all this, let it be this. You don't need long, complicated sentences. Short, clear English is always the best way to go. That, combined with a little politeness, your pleases and thank yous, that is your most powerful tool for a great experience.
So it really all boils down to these 4 key things. Number 1, be polite. Seriously, it's like a superpower. 2, speak clearly and don't stress about being perfect. 3, if you're not sure, just ask. Don't be afraid. And number 4, the most important one, remember that practice makes perfect. Every meal out is another chance to get even better. Okay, so there you have it. You now have the tools, you have the phrases, you are ready to dine out with total confidence. Every single restaurant is a new opportunity to practice, to learn, and of course, to enjoy a fantastic meal. So I guess the only question left is, where are you going to eat next? Thanks for joining me for this explainer.